Hello there. Hello. So I don't have a blackboard. Don't have a blackboard. But I have a washboard. A washboard is the metaphor that the fitness industry used to use to describe good abdominals. They used to call good abdominals washboard abs. So if you go back and you were fortunate to find like an old magazine and you looked in the back, you might find some advertisements on courses on how to build washboard abs. A washboard has ridges, so you rub the cloth on it, the clothes, and you could get the dirt off of it better. You could wash it. So comparing the abdominals to a washboard suggested that the abdominals has very visible, notable, developed ridges of the muscles. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing about abdominals. Okay, are a muscle like, but the abdominals are not connected to bone, to tendon and bone. They're not. The abdominals are not connected to tendon and bone. What does that mean? They have less of a potential for strength. Very simple. The abdominals are not as strong as like the other muscles because the other muscles are connected to tendon and to the joint, to a bone, which gives it support and can provide thicker fibers and enable you to perform more explosive movements. The abdominals weren't meant for explosive movements. I mean, you could jump up and down, that's fine because the leg muscles are attached to bone. The abdominals, you can't do like very fast movements for your abdominals because if you pull an abdominal, I guarantee you, you're going to have a long recovery and you may end up in the hospital. Now, I'm going to say that this video is not meant for recommendation or advice. This video is meant strictly for educational purposes. So let's getting back to the case of doing a fast abdominal movement. Why is it not productive? Yes, I believe. I definitely believe. Hallelujah. And I'm not kidding. I really do believe. I've been such, you know, I believe, let's say. Okay, so I just put up, okay, the reason I'm on here is because I just put up an abdominal course, a very simple, basic, beginner abdominal course on my channel. And I invite people to check it out and then ask me questions because there's a lot of views on abdominal training. There are more views on abdominal training than hairs on my head. Yeah, you're laughing. You don't have a lot of hairs on your head, but I still have some, right? Who is this? Yes, hallelujah. I believe. Who's that behind me? Hey, I gotta have company. Some company's better than no company. So look at that. I'm having some company today. He stayed a little bit longer. He stayed over. He's been here since Halloween, you know. That was my Halloween friend anyway. So abdominal training, I put up a beginner course on my channel. And if you look at it, I invite you to look at it and then ask me questions. Because just like views on abdominal training, there are many questions on abdominal training. And here's the fact, I was once a beginner. I never had before 1998, I never had a 6-pack, let alone an 8-pack, let alone a 10-pack, which I eventually got. And I know that abdominals are made in the kitchen, but you know what? The abdominal strength is not made in the kitchen. Good posture, strong abdominals, ability to resist lots of tension and perform multi-directional movements just like that. That's not made in the kitchen. Abdominals that will give you a strong back, and ability to perform functional movements for a lifetime. That's not made in the kitchen, because if they are, hey, show me which kitchen. I sure would like to know. Bueno, yo recientemente tengo un curso básico en entrenando los abdominales. Los puede encontrar en mi canal titulado Natural Fitness Lifestyle, traduciendo um, vida natural, la vida natural de ejercicio, algo así, Natural Fitness Lifestyle, en YouTube, un curso básico. Y si quieres puedes mirarlo y decirme lo que piensas. So there's a lot of views on abdominal training, a lot of views. But there's one thing that matters, is how you get your abdominals. What I mean by that, is it easy? Is it temporary? Temporary abdominals don't do anyone. It's not very useful. The method that I'd used to develop my abdominals, well, number one, to support my injured spine, because I had a bad spine injury in 1998, right? And I needed abdominals to support my back because I was in a lot of pain. So I needed a system. I needed a training method that will build lifelong strength, not just temporary strength. Not just temporary strength in my abdominals. This is why I invite you to look at my abdominal training course in Natural Fitness Lifestyle. You can comment, leave your questions in the comment section, like and subscribe, please.